cold but sunny day here in middle England. Just thought I'd give you an update on this Signature 9. It's actually up, I'm looking at it here, which I'll let you see at the moment. So there will be some adjustments made. I'm just letting Django in. Mild adjustments made only to the plates. What I had to do is I noticed the holes for the elements were slightly too fine for my liking, so I drilled them out, I think, to 7mm. It's lovely stuff to drill though. It's sort of like a plasticine cardboard. It just cuts perfectly, so that's fine. All the elements are on. No other comments to make other than the fact that the first 50, get a 7mm drill bit, or 3/8 would work, just under, whatever that is in old money. And also the diameter of the plates a little bit tight, so they're not quite far enough down. You could file that out or something, but I'm still working on the price, so please don't hassle me on that. That'll be out by this weekend. Some bad news and some good news. I've got great bandwidth. It's working as a classic. My only small issue is, and I'm still working on this, is the 5/8 pseudo 3/4 wave business for 10 and 12. Now that I've got all the elements working, I might strip it back down and do that again, because that was in isolation. Basically what was happening is that as I applied power, the impedance was changing. It went up. It started off, perfect tune, and it would go, this is on 500 watts, it would go, 1.5 to 1, 2.2 to 1, 3 to 1. So something was charging up effectively. So what I want to do is get rid of all the problems by building it as a classic. Then I can start to see if I can fault find that, because it would just be fun to have at least a 5/8 on the 10 meter band, but otherwise really, really comfy with it. Now I've currently got it on the Signature flip over base because I like to be able to make adjustments, but the pole that I sunk into the ground the other day, which the Signature 9 is going to fit on, I was just letting it, I was about to use the word let it heal. I just wanted it to set, and it seems to have set. It was just a bit like kind of soft plasticine, I don't know how you say it in your part of the world, like a clay. I want it to go off, if you know what I mean, so I might give it another few days, but that's fine. But that's it from this angle, and as you can see, we've got no guys there at all, so that's really lovely actually. A Signature 12 I've got lying on the ground, Signature 12.4. What I didn't want to happen was that to be interacting with this and cocking up all my development. So there we go, one Signature 9. Seems to be working. I've got some tuning to do tomorrow. For instance, best SWR on 10 meters is 27.6, I think, ideal for 11 meters. There's a couple of bands too low, there's a couple of bands too high. I don't know if that was me in my tape measure. I like to string everything up and then tune, do a sweep, and then come out and do a tune once and for all. I don't do one at a time. I do one big bang when I tune it. So just a reminder then, the first 50 we'll just take that hole out a tiny bit. You don't have to. It was just a bit of a nightmare getting a shock cord through and an element. And also my feeling is some of these are a wee bit too tight. I just twisted them round and around and around until they went down, but I prefer it a little bit further down, right, to sit on top of this. That would be my favourite, these HCL clamps here. So as a reward for being one of the first customers of this, I'll give you some extras, extra wire, things like that. Basically the equivalent of £50 off. Good. All right. That's it for the time being. I just thought I'd give you an update. All right. Let's find something interesting for you to watch. I'll let YouTube decide which video you should watch next. It's coming up here. Obviously in the production version, we'll have those plates changed. I'll talk to Tyler about that.